I'm Michelle Prosser. I am a project manager. There are a couple different programs that I am responsible for. The first one is the Section 408 program, which is permitting. We basically make sure that any outside project that is being proposed that's going to impact an existing federal project, so like if fiber optic needs to be bored underneath an existing levee or something like that, we want to make sure that that project isn't going to negatively impact the levee. So I work with a whole team of folks from the district, real estate and engineers and biologists and all that good stuff to make sure that there's not going to be a negative impact to the existing federal project. And then another program that I'm responsible for is environmental infrastructure, and that is a program where it's a cost share program. We provide 75% of the funding for an environmental infrastructure project, which is typically wastewater or drinking water treatment, main lines, water main line repairs and that type of thing. And we just assist as far as funding for these small rural communities to implement these projects that they wouldn't be able to afford on their own. So environmental infrastructure is important because these are small communities, again, typically rural, and almost always less than 1,000 people that live in each community. And they're at least $4 or $5 million projects, sometimes $15 million projects. But they also tend to have a fairly low median income, which means that an increase in taxes to be able to actually afford that kind of a project, which they need to have safe drinking water and be able to, properly dispose of wastewater and that type of thing, they'd never be able to afford it. Their taxes would have to go up so high that it would be just an undue burden to these smaller communities. So that's a really important program that we have. And then obviously the 408s are important because we want to make sure that if we've got a levee or a dam or a diversion channel or something along those lines, that it's functioning the way that it was designed to function. I like working for USACE because I feel like there's a lot of opportunities, not just necessarily promotion-wise, but they're always making sure that we've got trainings lined up for the next year. There's opportunities to go on deployments for disaster relief and that type of thing. And those are experiences that I don't think you can get necessarily in other federal agencies or other organizations. And I think it helps to keep the entire workforce really well-rounded. And I think it helps retain people because they feel like they're doing something important.